Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are continuing our journey through the Light Campaign V1 in the open beta phase. And today I don't know what we are supposed to do because we have so many engineering projects going. I think we do need to wait until at least 1990. We want to see the advent of the Dresden Lux Mark II, and we wanted to build a successor for this one. But also soon another market will be opening up, Archanan. And if we take a look at its region economy, that's turning up. So yeah, they are on a big general uptrend. And as you can see here, they were in a big slump in the 60s and 70s, pretty similar to Gazmir actually, and now in general are turning upwards. And that is good news, because I have a plan, a master plan even, for world domination. We are going to build shitty cars, really shitty basic cars, very nice and reliable, for the Archanan market, but only for that market, so that we don't destroy our reputation and prestige, or well, not reputation, our prestige only, in Farenia and Gazmir, where we are actually selling luxury cars, where we need the prestige. In Archanan we don't need it that much, because we are only selling like one vehicle a month anyway. That sounds like a hideous and very evil plan. And, well, yeah, the Dresden Lux Mark II. That's up next. We are still slightly overproducing the Hockenheim, 300 cars a month, basically. And let's take a look at the Dresden Mark II. How much overproduction do we have there? If we tick over... not much at all. None at all, actually. So now we are in production with... Or are we? Dresden Mark II 588. Oh no! Is this one stuck? Looks like it's stuck forever. Maybe it isn't. Let's see if it pops over now instead. No, it certainly is stuck. So now we have a little bit of an issue here. No, we can't seem to be saving this one. Maybe it's just another bug with factory timing or something. Or it is just a consequence of that one being done in an old patch. And that might not bode well for the Nassau and Nürburg. If that is the case, we basically have to pack in and call this Let's Play an end. But I hope that's not the case. So if it's only that car, yeah, we should be fine. Shit. Well, anyway. So now let's time accelerate until later. Maybe this one goes into production much later. Oh wow, look at these taxes. That hurts. Ooh, almost $1 billion in tax. And we lost a lot of reputation and prestige. Wow, that's really bad. So much lost. It must be because of our sales dropping down and just producing the Dresden Mark II, too much of that. Which is selling really well, I have to say. But yeah, let's continue on here and check out the region economy. That one is still going. And we are about to drop into a recession again. It looks like it. I hope it won't be too deep though. You never know. Let's take a closer look at these categories. If they start dropping like a stone, then that is a bad sign. No, they are actually going up a little bit. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. And now, now it is in production. Okay, it was saved. It is alive. It is alive. Very good. It wasn't too broken. Maybe it was like fucked over by the changeover in the date system we had, where each year is only 360 days instead of 365 days. That could be the case. Anyway, we are happily producing it and not selling many in in Gazmir at all. And in Farenia, really not selling that many either. Do we have any one of these left here? Dresden Lux? Nope, 0 left. So this is all building up stock. How bad is it really, though? Let's take a look at the car. Ah, look at this beautiful, beautiful car. Wow, that has some really nice values. But it is basically only scoring well in these markets. So let's go. Oh, it's not meeting demand? Cannot meet demand. All right. Let's draw it back a little. We are overproducing after all. So let's go to 2 shifts. And this is matched car. Very good. And now we have, yeah. Oh, that's looking decent. And our demand is not quite met. How? Yeah, this is getting better. 185% markup, maybe. Yep. Higher demand than production, like this. And yeah, let's just go with this. Should be good. Close it here and just continue on. So the price change is coming in right away, and the production change will be coming in the following month. Still overproducing a bit, but we are selling more. That's all good. Ah, yes, and now the stock is falling. Perfect. And now we don't have to wait too much longer until we open up the markets to Archanan, which of course is awesome. Say, was this produced in Florinia? Maybe it was. Okay, so now our prestige and reputation has recovered a little bit. I like to see this. And let's pause here, because we do want to sell a little bit in Archanan now. Everything that is being produced in Gazmir needs to be updated with that. Well, let's take a look at the Hockenheim Mark II. Where are you produced? Also, I think we can lower the shifts a little bit, because now that everything is so easy to do with the shifts, we can just sell off a little bit of inventory. Now that the markets are a little stale. This is still looking good though. We have very nice scores for the Hockenheim Mark II. Let's see how well the Hyper Trim is doing. Oh yeah, 108. That kept up nicely. So this is factory in Florinia, of course, as it's our hypercar production. Yeah, I remember. And that is at 400% markup, and we are out demanded. Oh, we should be able to get rid of quite a bit of stock here. Yeah, that's all looking good. We can go with that. We have only 30,000 more cars in stock. Only, like 30,000 hypercars and supercars sitting around in stock. It's not too bad. And in general, it looks like we are in a bit of an upswing again. And now that the Dresden Lux Mark II has started production, I mean, we soon need to produce one more of these. But first, let me check out what the Nassau was. I think that was our replacement. That's so many days ago. I need to check out what that was. Oh, yeah, that's our new middle-of-the-line car. Still decent, high comfort, but not over the top. So it's a luxury vehicle, and that's all good. So we have, that's the follow-up to the Dresden Mark II. And the Nürburg, of course, is the follow-up to the Hockenheim Mark II. And the Saarland is something entirely new. So what I'm going to do now, we have to design at least one car per episode, otherwise that's a little stupid. I'm going to do what I had as a master plan. I'm going to build a large factory with all my cash, all my mountains of cash. I'm going to build a large factory in Archanan and pump out some other cars there. Let's see what we can do there. Yeah, let's first choose a body style which would make sense. Do we have loads of different variants here? Yes, we do. Kind of like this one. It's reasonably small. This one might sell well in Frenia too, although that might hurt our hypercar sales a little bit. Not quite sure what to do with this. So we can go for this one. It is slightly premium. But do we want that? Or now we make a somewhat premium version out of these instead. So our base model is the sedan version here. And let's make it a little bit more utility by extending out the back. The bumper won't help, but the rest I think does. And longer bonnet and stuff. More room for the passengers if the bones are actually properly connected. I think that's all good. And now let's base something off of this. We do need a monocoque chassis. This is supposed to be a, let's say, upper middle family premium vehicle. So that, yeah, we can sell into the premium categories in Archanan after all. And this should be going well for the Frenian market as well, if possible. But maybe not, because we don't want to lose our prestige there. Steel it is, certainly. Front transverse, we don't need something fancy. Nothing to see here, but we are going with double wishbone. Needs to be comfortable. And not off-roady, but comfortable. And steel panels. Yes, steel panels. Grill. Yep, put a grill on front. It's front wheel drive, so we put just this one on. Lots of cooling. Isn't this ugly? Wow, this is so ugly. But functional, and that is all what the Archanans care about. And let's put a nice color on there so that you see all the shit stains on there. Do we like... Oh yeah, this already looks a little bit shitty. That's perfect. What do we go with here? Like, we only know how to build V12s, actually. So, tricky. Maybe an inline 4. Just bog standard inline 4. How much can we fit in here? Not much is the answer. So maybe we go with an inline 3 instead. Oh, that is a problem. We can barely fit anything in there. So a 1.6 liter inline 4 maybe? And something more modern than pushrod, because that's something we can't do right now. That would have just too little power, I feel. So, and the emission standards are coming in, so maybe single overhead cam 4-valve would be an option. Still decently cheap, but has high airflow and low emissions. Can build it out of alloy. It's a bit... Yeah, it's not that much more expensive. As you can see here, we save about $50 by going per engine by going to cast. But no, that's certainly worth it for better handling and stuff, because in this segment they really care about drivability after all. Bog standard components. We might want to invest into hypertectic casts, because they have lower emissions. And now we are talking about places where they have emission standards. Or do they in Archanan? I would have to check that. I think they do. Multi-point fuel system, and let's go with regular, because Archanans don't have anything else. 15-0, all the leaning out of it, just to give them a little bit of a headache when they push the throttle down, because nothing happens. And also saves their money, all the money. This one can rev a little higher. Let's aim for 5.5 for now and put quality in there. We do need the reliability, short casts. This one is not going to make much power. 116 horsepower, maybe. Double reverse flow, so it's comfortable. Knocking like crazy right now, but that can be changed. There we go. 72 horsepower, that is far too low. Can we up this a little bit? Like 80. I would like to get a little bit more capacity in here. How much higher are we revving? This is already killing our reliability. So if we make the engine larger, how much larger? Oh, there we have the breakpoint. So this is actually the largest we can go. So we have to up the stroke instead. And there comes the reliability. We have to find the point where it doesn't decrease anymore. There we go. So that's actually the biggest size we can go for. Yep. Yeah, let's just choose this. It will be fine. It will be fine. But now we can close the exhaust a little bit. That is a good thing to do to get higher efficiency down low. And now we can get back some compression and a little bit of ignition timing. This seems to be optimal. A nice torque curve, very flat, easy to drive. And there we go. So should we give them an automatic? I think we do. I think we do. It's not that much more expensive. And we do need an overdrive gear. And a little bit, probably, we don't want to get too much of a performance penalty. So a reasonably quick acceleration up to 100k is needed. Gear spacing needs to be low. So high number here. And, oh well, no, gear spacing needs to be wide. So it's a high number here. That's the correct way of saying it. And do we need a differential? I think that's complete overkill right now. Go with hard long life tires and a little wider. 185 sounds good. Can't push them out anymore. Steel. Can we make them larger? Nope, can't. 16s, no, that's all good. 55. We really need to change the tooltip that it gets up already when you click it. So these are 55 profile tires. So that is decent for a family car. Let's just keep the shitty outer plate here. Cover. And we do need... Are we going with vented discs? I think for the front. And then solid disc rear maybe. 70 cooling. We do want, let's say, 4 times as much. We don't need the high speed or top speed here. And 5 for the extra practicality. And then we first make the base trim. The base trim is just this. And here we are using our company's advantage of having so much tech pool in these categories to make superior cheap vehicles. Maybe just go with this, make it cheaper overall. And power steering we need, an anti-lock brake system, and nothing else. And advanced 90s safety, yeah! And also standard, now progressive, and gas mono. We want to have them reasonably comfortable. And the gas monotube definitely helps with that. We are choosing a comfort setup to start out with. Maybe a little bit stiffer springs and dampers. And then we'll see about this here, but this feels a bit better to start out with. Oh, let's see. What do we have? 49. So we are reasonably well within this range, but tire size is getting in the way. So we do need 175s here. Even smaller? Yeah, even smaller. Oh, that's sick. All right. This is maximum already. Oh, that was too much. All right. Let's get back up here again. And there we go. That's a good setup. And family sport budget and pony budget. Yup, sounds about right. Pony car, 1.6 liters. So our markets, well, this is Gazmere, right? And in Gazmere, it is easy to conquer these markets. But we are actually going to look at Archanan, because that's where we are going to build it. And as you can see, we are plainly seated in the family segment. And with a more premium trim, we would easily go into the premium category here. 47.5% is not very high. Now, what I'm going to do is to pin these categories. And now let's take a look at how the competitiveness changes with some of these changes. This one does help a little because it becomes cheaper, I guess. And if we get rid of that, nope, it's actually getting worse. So we can use our tech pool here very nicely. Oh yeah, even better. So let's use it. All right, that looks competitive. So overall, pretty good. Let's check if we get a huge hit on performance. No, on drivability for our performance. No, we don't. So the performance is good with this one. But what is not good any longer is this 99 here. Maybe we want to be a little softer in the rear. Yes, now it's at 1 again, and even a bit higher there. Perfect. And this graph looks perfect, very nicely aligned, no oscillations or anything else. And now we need to find a name for this one. Because I always envision Archanan to be a country in the east. Well, maybe because it is actually in the east in the automation world currently. So let's just call it something like the Sachsen class. And there we go. So now we have our base model set up, and we clone it and just try out what we could do in order to improve it for the family premium segment. Is it still marked? No, it isn't. And we again have to choose Archanan. Yes. And now markup. Markup is required and hurts, of course. Yeah, that hurts. Base clone, yes. They don't have the money. I don't think we can sell this one for much. But we will have a much better outlook as soon as we put it through a large factory, because that lowers production costs immensely. So that's not too bad. Let's choose this one. And the family premium, and now we are making the premium version. So let's see with this one, family premium. So they are able to afford it. But is this Gazmir? Yep, this is Gazmir. Okay, that explains a few things. So this is looking much more appropriate. And now let's see, standard. Yeah, family premium is moving up. Premium, maybe. Yeah, we are getting better. We are getting better. But it's still missing quite a lot. And also, we haven't set up our brakes yet. I forgot that in the base version, so that's a bit piss poor. Oh, yep, that won't work. That certainly will not work. I think we can have a drum brake in the rear and just lower the size. Oh, that was too much. Maybe we do want to have a tiny vented disc. And that is pretty good performance. I think we take that. Although the price, material costs and weight. So difficult to choose. That does make it a little bit easier to manufacture overall. On the other hand, the production cost will be very low. So now I think we can go with the vented disc here actually. It's very good. So the stats are nice at least. But now we certainly need to fix this for the base model too. Yes, that's a pretty good tune. Let's do the same thing with the pad in the rear for the premium version. Yep, that is getting really close to workable here. So premium version is doing well. We have it properly set up. Standard, premium, advanced. Good enough. I think we are just focusing on these two. Maybe a wagon version. But then again, we have double wishbone stuff in there. That might not be the best idea to have a wagon version then. Although they kind of like this stuff. So maybe it sells. I don't know. We could try it out. So let's clone the base and just choose a different body style. Oh, and we need to choose the two-door variant for the premium. Forgot about that. There we go. So the premium now is the two-door. We have to recalculate it. Yes, higher prestige by a little bit. And otherwise no significant changes. Practicality, of course, going down. That is expected from less doors. And we do have a nice two-tone painting on here, as you can see. And there we go. I think that's pretty good. Let's see how well it scores in... it doesn't, is the answer. It just doesn't. It doesn't score anyway. Ah, no, but this is Gazmir, so maybe in Archanan. It probably can't really score because it would be a family premium vehicle. So we need to really put this through engineering and the factory setup first. Yeah, this is all Gazmir. Archanan. Yep. This is a proper premium vehicle at plus 20%. Just 3 years, not too much time here. So how much can we gain? 4 years? Yeah, not much. 4 years is 68, 70%. That's 5 months. We do have enough to pump in here to get a little bit faster engineering though. So let's go with this 59 here, 4 years, 4.0. And here we can do the same. And now really crank this one up. There we go. Alright, 4.0, very high reliability. I'd like to see this. And now the Sachsen class needs to be produced. And we have loads of factories here. We are buying a large factory for this. And another large plot here, but I don't think we need a large factory on it yet. Maybe we go for that anyway though. Okay, large factory on this one. Cars per day, 560. Whee! So total cost of 2.8 billion. That's quite high. It's 4 years down the line, and we will have loads of cash flowing in the meantime. But still, and we are paying just 186 bucks per car. That's super cheap. That is the power of Archanan workforce being paid nothing. And so 560 engines and medium 3. No, that's not. So let's go with a large 1. This is also really expensive. Fucking hell, that's expensive. But I think that's something we need to do. Maybe we have to sell the hundreds of thousands of cars that we're producing as budget cars later on to Gazmir or something. But yeah, let's just try that out. Okay, 2 shifts. Yeah, 2 shifts. And now we need to decide what we want to sell. Maybe something like 100 premium. Not that many premium cars to sell in there. And base and utility equal amounts. Sounds good to me. Match the car. Yep, it's already matched. Very nice. And whoa, that's doing pretty well in these categories. Let's see how it's doing here. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of green, actually. Yeah, the premium categories are piss poor as well. But overall, I think this will work out. I just hope they can swallow the production. We have so bad awareness levels in these regions, so we might overproduce a lot at the start. Anyway, let's set this up. We don't want to sell anything in Gazmir. That was the thing we said. We could sell like amazing amounts in here. Wow. But nope, not going to happen. And the demand for the premium, let's see, this is all coming from Gazmir. They like this one. This isn't looking too bad. And our awareness is so low in these regions. Okay, let's just keep it as this. We might want to produce less of the base version though. And a little bit more of the premium. Okay, that's a good setup. Let's go with this and sign off, because this is 5.5 billion. Now, that is a big project. Alright, and just takes up to, well, basically now in real life, to be profitable. Very good. Let's sign off on this. Sounds like a perfect plan. Alright guys, I think we have to wrap it up here and see what comes out next. The Nassau in Gazmir. And yeah, we shall take a look at this one next time. Alright, hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.